my celebration on the 5th, and I want to thank you all for asking me to come over here. And before I sing the national anthem, this will make the 202nd event I've sung it at. And thank you. And it's very special to me. And I did some research about how Francis Scott Key wrote it. And this takes a couple of minutes, but I want to tell you before I sing. And it was the War of 1812. First of all, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
It was the War of 1812, and in the summer of 1814, the British had just burned the Capitol and the White House, and now they had their sights set on the port city of Baltimore, just up the Potomac River. The only thing standing in their way was Fort McHenry. Now, Francis Scott Key was a lawyer / poet who had been enlisted to help secure the release of an American being held prisoner aboard one of the British warships. He arrived, and his timing wasn't the greatest. They kept them both imprisoned lest they divulged the war plans. So, the bombardment of Fort McHenry began at 7 a.m. September 13, 1814. This intense shelling continued all day and throughout the stormy night. And then just before dawn, when the British offensive ceased and the rain stopped, the tattered storm flag which had floated above Fort McHenry was lowered, and the enormous new flag, measuring 30 feet high and 43 feet wide, was raised. Now, I read two different accounts of whether or not Francis Scott Key saw this. One says, no, he didn't see it. The ship he was imprisoned on was 8 miles downriver, too far. The other one said, yes, he did see it because he was on that ship, but he was pacing the deck with a spyglass, and because Fort McHenry was built on a high promontory next to the river, and the flag was high above that, he did see it. But just take your pick. However, it was the bravery of the soldiers of the militia in defending Fort McHenry that inspired him to write his immortal poem, The Star-Spangled Banner. It was recited throughout the land in the days that followed, and then it was set to music to the tune of To Anna, Brianna in Heaven, which was a very, very popular American and British ringing song. Thus was our Star-Spangled Banner born. But it wasn't until 1931 that Congress established the Star-Spangled Banner as our national anthem. So now, let us honor our flag, our nation, and all those who serve, especially those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the